Okay, for your discussion, you're going to watch me solve this, and I'm going to do a common mistake that I see many students make when we go to the multiplicative inverse, when we transition from additive inverse. So you're going to watch me solve this equation, find the solution for this equation, solve for x, and then you're going to just understand this is the wrong solution. You need to explain what is wrong about the steps shown, and also respond to why do you think a student would do something like this. So here's the wrong solution. A student will think to themselves, I've got an x being divided by a -2, and so I notice that I need to now do the inverse operation, and so I'm going to do the opposite of division, which is multiplication. And so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. So I'm going to also multiply this side by a 2. And I can think of this as 2 over 1. And so 2 over 2 will cancel out. And I'm left with just an x. I've just isolated the variable x over 1, or just x. And that equals 11 multiplied by 2, which is 22. So I get my solution, and I think my answer is 22. And now I'm going to check it to make sure that the solution is true. So I've got some number over 2 is equal to 11. Over a -2 is equal to 11. And I now substitute my solution in for x. Used to be x, now it's 22. And then I check it, and I do in my calculator, and I do a positive 22 divided by a -2, and that gives me a -11. And then I look at that and I think, oh, a -11 isn't the same thing as 11. So that's your goal. What did I do wrong? And I will give you a hint. Just saying I left out a negative in my answer isn't going to be true, because you saw me get the correct answer. You saw me get a 22. Well, I guess that's not the right answer. So why is it not a positive 22? What did I do wrong up here in my work?